Hi, good morning. It's Arend here from PWG Auto again. Today we have a little Corsa, early 2000s, 1.4. Customer brought it in yesterday. He said that the car wouldn't start, and he pointed out to me that he sees a head gasket leak. So let me show you. I did take this car for a test drive already, so the hot starting part I couldn't confirm. I started it very easy. I did take it for a drive, and it actually drives really nicely. This Corsa still looks really good for its age, probably 25 plus years old. Only has 120,000 kilometers on the clock, but unfortunately it was a little bit neglected. And it is due for some maintenance. So let me show you what I found. Please start the car to assist where. Yeah, you can hear that the exhaust is leaking quite badly. It is actually at this downpipe flange. Switch it off. I did find it does have a coolant leak here on the this where the top radiator hose and the thermostat housing connects. Somebody did try and seal it already, but it does leak there. This coolant bottle hasn't seen antifreeze for many years. That is damn water in there, it looks like. And our head gasket is leaking right on that corner. When it actually gets hot, the coolant actually pushes out of there. So I'm going to heat it up, and then I'll show you what it does, and then we'll jack it up also and take a look under what we can see. So far, just from a quick look around at the top, this intake hose is cracked and perished pretty bad, and the V-belts and stuff also is not the best. Yeah, that leak there is pretty obvious. Kind of just bubbling air and oil out of there. Yeah, that's no bueno. Then there's a funny noise here on the V-belt. Might be a water pump or a tensioner, alternator bearings or something. We still have to diagnose that, and we'll see. So let me jack this thing up, and we'll see what's happening under. We'll also go through, it's not in for service quite, but we will go ahead and check brakes and suspension and everything for this customer, just to give him a good idea of the condition his car is in. So let me get it up, and I will get back to you. Alright, so we got this Corsa back here in the air. Let's start at the back and go through it. So regards to the fuel gauge, I can't even see any wiring going to the tank. It must come in from the top somewhere. So we'll have to drop the tank and see, but I'm pretty sure I think it's just the sender unit that's faulty. Then with the exhaust knocking, you can see the exhaust is touching the sump there, and I can see there was an exhaust repair made at the some stage, and I think the downpipe is just too short. It needs to be lengthened. Exhaust shop should be able to take care of that. Alright, and then this thing does have lots of leaks. By the looks of it, most of that leak is just coming out between the cylinder head and the block at the gasket side. So that gasket is much worse than I thought. At the back, we've got some coolant leaks at that coolant hose attaching to the back of the water pump. Well, pressure switch is leaking, and then obviously, needless to say, when we do take a cylinder head off, we'll just go ahead and replace cam belt kit with a new water pump also. And then when this belt come off, we'll be able to diagnose whatever that noise was. Yeah, so that's that. I'm going to quote the customer and then we'll see what he says. And then I'll give an update. Hi, alright, so I did quote the customer on this Corsa bakkie. And the quote was rejected. Maybe I shouldn't say rejected. He just said you'd rather come and fetch it and bring it back at a later stage. I don't know if I'll ever see it again. Anyways, yeah, sometimes we spend some time and we don't get to fix anything. If the car does come back and I get to repair it, I will document and record everything and show you how do we do it, what the process is. Until next time, keep well. PWG Auto, all the best of you.